to use that time wisely to gather resources. And then also Minecraft, to me personally, is just kind of boring because it has so many rules. Just like every single thing about the game is like, I want to get a diamond pickaxe. Okay, you have to do this. There's all these very specific rules and all that, and I get it. I do understand why people and kids and adults and everyone like it. I get it. I totally understand that. But a lot of it is pretty damn boring to me.
Yeah, you have to want to create. Although, like, Minecraft is also, like, a game where you have to, like, feed yourself, and that stuff seems so boring.
Yeah, Ferris always, when we play it together, he always wants to play it on survival, and I'm like, why, dude? But, like, every kid wants to play in survival and not creative. I would want to play it on the thing where it just gives me all the Lego blocks that I can use, and I can create what I want.
I'm not interested in doing...
And I understand mining. Mining's... I get it, like... Minecraft, so you want to mine all your stuff, but like, I find that to be tremendously boring.
Yeah, the mining stuff is like, I don't know. It's like, who wants to grind in like an MMO? It's like, no one. You just want to like be ready so you can do like fun stuff instead.
So the weirdest thing, now that I think about it, like, okay, literally kids can't watch like a 5-minute video, right, without it being like a YouTube short or having like Subway Surfers on the bottom, right? But then they can like grind mining in Minecraft for like 2 straight hours, like the most monotonous, boring ass thing ever in the history of the world. That's kind of bizarre, right?
I guess just like getting materials makes their dopamine receptors happy.
I
don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I like doing stupid, like I like playing a lot of long, probably boring JRPGs to a lot of people, but man, they are so satisfying. I guess it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, it's just like, doing like mining and like, I don't know, boring.
I don't dislike creative. Like I said, creative when you can just... All we do in creative is we make like roller coasters and build stuff and then have lava destroy it and, you know, what have you. And that's pretty cool, but having to earn all that, I do not have the patience ever in the history of the world. Nope.
Gotta do it again. Also, these missions feel like weird, like modded fan content. They just seem so. I felt it like a little bit when we were doing like the first 2 levels, but like these definitely seem like they're like worse.
The full stages are, well, obviously they're based on previous stages from previous games, but yeah, it just seems like a whole different kind of thing.
Okay. What? This is boring.
Gotta go slow.
Hey, I got all 3 things.
Wow, you got S by 13 seconds.
And I got all 3 things.
You're gonna get the platinum.
So far, my opinion of this, and I only played 2 hours of it over 4 weeks, but the first 2 levels and the first 2 sets of missions, pretty good. The next 2 levels seem like a steep decline in the quality. I also don't care about any of this open world stuff.
You know, I'm not generally a huge trophy person, but it is very frustrating that almost every single game has to add 1 or maybe 2 trophies that are like so much ridiculously harder than the rest of them. Because, like I said, I just beat that bridge game, and I was like, oh, because I had like 80% of the trophies on the first playthrough, and I was like, oh, like, is this something I can just like, I don't know, 30 minutes just go through or whatever? And one of the trophies is literally die in every way possible.
That is...
So it's die to every enemy in every way possible. And I was like, okay, never happening. Even if it was a game I truly loved, 10 out of 10, it's not happening. So yeah, when I looked that up, I was like, oh, thank God I didn't try. I also don't want to play... Oh, my God.
I got all 3 things again. The S is 45 seconds.
Yeah.
These are so short.
I also don't want to play a game where I have to follow a trophy guide the first time through. Make sure in Chapter 1 you don't miss these 42 items. No thanks. There was a... I don't even know the guy's name, and this was a couple years ago, but there was, like, big drama on, like, the guy who has the most PlayStation trophies in the world. Because they, like, essentially found out that he was just paying a bunch of people to, like, get trophies for him.
That
like,
is the most pathetic.
Like, he did it himself for some, but he also had, like, a team of people also doing it, and I'm like, okay. Like, why? Like, I guess.
Free money for Sardi, I guess. Or, the people, whatever.
Well, it's like the same thing as, like, selling your World of Warcraft account because someone wants to play Warcraft and, like, doesn't want to grind, so you're just like, hey, here's my account, $1,000, deal with, you know. Or more, I guess, but, yeah. And they were like, he's not doing it himself! And I'm like, yeah, anyone who sets, like, a record on anything, we're at the point where, like, you just have to assume that they just cheated. Like, how many speedrun things are like, oh, I can't believe this guy set a record.
Dude,
Cheated.
I watched this video on how a guy who had, like, a really old Diablo 2 speedrun record on SDA times. It ended up being like a cheated run, like 15 years ago. It's like everything was spliced together with like impossible RNG. It's like, man, why? Why do people do that?
Yeah. I mean, clearly it's because they like just can't get to that point. Like they can't get to the pinnacle. But it's also like, dude, like it's fine. You don't have to have the world record.
But like, why? Yeah, like why even like? God, I hate the water controls.
Have you ever seen that video of that guy who kind of looks like a real-life Max Payne playing speedrunning GoldenEye, and he starts going on this, like, huge rant about how speedrunning is, like, the worst thing ever, even though he's a speedrunner?
Yeah, people really love that video.
I watched it, and I was like, God dang. Well, it's worse when it's someone who's, like, physically does it. I don't know anything about that guy. I don't. But, like, he was literally grinding this level, trying to, like, shave a second off this random GoldenEye thing. And he was just like, speedrunning is the most degenerate thing ever in the history of the world, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my god.
Oh, let me go. I hate the water.
Yeah, that was awful. And, you know, he was saying how the only reason people do it is to get a world record. And it's so big that, like, seriously, you can find, like, any random game. Like, if I picked a random NES game off the shelf, there would be at least a couple people who, like, were like, I beat it so I can get the world record. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, like, doing, like, RP.
Because that's even, like, no, but that's even, like, a meme. Like, I'm talking, like, one of those NES games that is just truly god-awful that no one... Because at least Barbie's easy, and it's a meme to be like, oh, I beat Barbie.
Zombie Nation.
Yeah, or like Revenge of the Killer Tomatoes or something like that. Like, just a god-awful game, and being like, oh, I grinded this for 1,000 attempts so I could get a world record in Revenge of the Killer Tomatoes for NES. Okay. Bruh, I own 4 world records. I think my least favorite part, if I actually did that, like if that was something I did even for fun, would be like spending a ton of time on something and getting like a great time, whether it's a record or not, it doesn't matter. And then like them finding some modder finding a new like strats or new path, I'd be like, oh cool, so like all the work I put into it. Did you see FF7? They just found like a huge skip for the PS1 version potentially.
Oh yeah.
you can essentially skip the... Once you get out of Midgar, you can essentially skip to the Northern Continent. And also, on PS1, and also it means that Eris will be alive, technically, because you didn't get to the part of the Temple of the Ancients, but... I mean, just imagine, like, being one of those, like, speedrunners that put so much time into it, and learned all these strats and stuff, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, so we can skip, like, 2 hours now. I'd feel like, are you kidding me?
I feel as if, like, having that mindset of being like, I put all this work into this world record, and now it's gone, and now I feel bad. It's like, you're the type of person that you shouldn't be speedrunning, because you're just doing it for an achievement. You should do it for the love of the game.
Yeah, I can see that. I obviously don't do it myself. And that's probably why I don't do it. But yeah, they just... I don't think it's to the point where it's, what do they call it, where it's actually usable, like RTA or whatever?
Real-time attack?
I think. I think that means that, like, it's not, it's, like, in between being, what's the word I'm looking for? TAS and RTA.
RTA
so, like,
is just a different, timing method.
Oh, okay.
Any percent. I forget the specific, like, reason. Or, the rule set for why it's different, but...
It's definitely not TAS level, but it's one of those things where they have to find, like, the perfect way to do it. But still, skipping literally the entire Disc 1 is insanity. Because I think FF7 is currently, like, a 7-hour speedrun, and that'll make it, like, a 5? Although the PC one, you can literally... I think once you get out of Midgar, you can go to the Northern Crater immediately. So that is like a hour speedrun or whatever.
Cool! We sure talk about speedruns a lot, considering I don't watch them ever anymore, and haven't for, like, 8 years.
I watch Summoning Salt stuff and similar stuff to go to bed at night. So, like, wind down.
I watch stuff like that if I had, like, nothing else to do.
It's also good long-form content.
Although, like, the ones I don't care about, I think you just did one for, like... I forget the one you just did.
Simpsons Hit and Run.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. I don't...
Yeah, all I can say is that is like the peak millennial game right now.
We sold 2 copies. We sold the GameCube one that was in the good stuff, and then we sold the Xbox one.
Oh yeah,
literally today.
It is literally the easiest. Besides Pokemon, it is like the easiest game to sell. Dang, I think you missed that by 0.69. Nice.
Nice. Literally 0.69 for next round.
Literally. But yeah, that game is like the easiest. Doesn't matter what system, Simpsons Hit and Run. I think it's because back in the day it was like kids would be like, you know, they're adults now, but kids would be like, can I get GTA? And the parents would be like, no, but we have Simpsons Hit and Run at home or something like that. Which is fair, because I don't let Ferris play GTA because it's very bad, obviously.
You should let him play, Wait, you let him play Ellie's Suffering Quest, but not... I guess it's a little bit different, but it's still pretty hardcore.
Yes, he did play Last of Us. I was there with him most of the time, and I talked to him about stuff. And, surprisingly, I guess because he's a kid, he, like, legitimately does not care about the story at all. He cares about the gameplay, which blows me away for Last of Us. Because he was trying to get the platinum, and that game is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Dude, this boss is... You have to do it with water. This is like...
No!
This boss is so bad. I think this is from Sonic Heroes. I'm not 100% sure. It's weird coming off this as, like, someone who, like, played a lot of Sonic games, but doesn't like most Sonic games. So, like, I see these, like, references, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that game sucked. Like, to get to this final boss, you have to, like, beat every single, like, character route in Sonic Heroes, which is like basically playing the game 4 times. It's like, who would do that? The game sucks. I don't want to play a sucky game 4 times.
I thought people like Sonic Heroes.
I guess. I don't like it. The levels are way too long and the physics are so slippery.
What about Sonic Riders?
It definitely is worse. I mean, Sonic Riders is like not even like a Sonic game.
What about Sonic Riders Zero Gravity?
What about your mom too?
Got him! What about Sonic Free Riders, the Kinect game?
What about what about that?
I like the idea of this having to kick stuff up at him. That's pretty cool.
It's okay. It works better than that level that we had to do. Although it's very automated. It's just like push L1 here. Eh. Sure. Oh, it doesn't work. No! Okay, I'm not dead. No!
Wow!
Okay, at least I don't have to do everything again.
Does,
Dude, it's so delayed. This is like a Dark Souls boss. Oh, I don't know how that kind of worked.
Shadow the Hedgehog, the game, isn't maturing, right?
No,
it's just teen.
It's teen.
The boss just said, stop screwing around, and I was like imagining like Shadow the Hedgehog be like, stop effing around. And I'm like, the edge would be too much for me.
Yeah, he definitely says, where's that damn 4th Chaos Emerald? That's like the most like famous line.
I love it. I love it. And remember to press X to jump. Wow, I guess you didn't.
It's just the controls are so bad.
So does this loop if you don't?
I don't know. I just did it 30 minutes ago. The second half of this is like fine, I guess.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It's Chaos, the god of destruction.
Yeah, they can't even do Chaos because that's already a boss in the Sonic mode. Oh yeah, they do the... No, what? Why did it count?
L or R.
Okay, here we go. Literally, Zelda, Ganon.
Oh my god.
It's the same thing.
Way easier though.
Yeah.
Where's that damn Chaos Emerald? I don't give a hell about you, Amy Rose.
No! Give me my rings! I don't want to do this. Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Is this Crush 47 or whatever in the background?
Yeah. Hey, gah!
Wait, I thought that metal thing had the power of chaos control.
I don't know. I don't know why this dude has the power of chaos control either. It doesn't make any sense. I don't care about Sonic lore. Actually, the next cutscene actually has some Sonic lore, and it's like it's so dumb. See.
I'm so mad. Ching. Gib. I will say, like, for them including this as, like, essentially a bonus to the Sonic X Shadow thing, this is pretty meaty, you know?
Yeah, I think they knew that they couldn't resell, like, Sonic Generations again, because, like, Sonic Generations is already backwards compatible on, like, Xbox, and, like... I guess you can't... I think it's on PS... No, it's probably not compatible for PlayStation at all. But Sonic Colors at least came out on a different console. So they probably just want to do this. But yeah, I didn't really like the last two levels that much, but it's still like surprisingly meaty as like an add-on like mode.
This girl looks like a mixture of like a Pokemon person, like NPC, and like Alice in Wonderland. Very interesting.
Yeah, the human designs in Sonic games, especially what's her name? I already forget.
The girl from 06?
No, what's this girl's name?
Oh my god, I just said Alice. I have no idea.
Maria. But yeah, human designs just look really weird. They're like a cross between like cartoony, just like the Sonic proportions, but they're also like kind of lanky, like real humans.
And they're kind of like chibi with the huge eyes.
It's sort of like Pokemon, but way more generic. Like Pixar, but more chibi. It's weird.
So when that alien warlord reached out to me, offered the miracle of chaos control, I accepted it.
I mean, yeah.
Through his DNA, the ultimate life form was born.
So they took a random alien
Black Doom wanted me to make
that
the perfect warrior for him.
made a deal with Gerald Robotnik for some reason to make.
I mean, I know that when I'm just
a
like
weapon.
when I'm just like doing my thing and some alien overlord's like, "Hey, do you want to buy this?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely."
Over your body and be reborn.
You made me the ultimate life form, Professor. Black Doom's a fool. I'll take this power.
Where does Silver the Hedgehog fit into all this?
He exists in the future, so...
Oh, is that a thing?
You have to, like, contrive a really dumb reason for him to come back. Or just ignore that.
Is Silver literally from the future?
Yeah, he comes back to the past in Sonic 06. But then he, like, comes back in... Like, he just shows up in Sonic Colors, and it's like, why are you here?
Are you telling me that Silver the Hedgehog is going to take me back to the past?
Actually, I'm just gonna stop.
Alrighty, folks. We are going to continue next time with more Shadow Generation. And maybe, who knows, maybe we'll see Silver the Hedgehog for reasons. Wouldn't that just make you very excited?
This game has sort of a convenient reason, because he's a boss in the Sonic mode, but everything is just like time dilation, and everything is like from the future and past. So that's a convenient excuse to have him back. Okay.
I'm so excited.
Bye.
Bye!